Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody! We're back with a brand new month, and to start it off, we have a villain, because I've switched up the order of things a little bit, and interestingly, it's a team villain. It's the Hermit of the Azure Forest from Library of Rowena, created by Zarami and Crow. As always, comes in a cool box. It says, long before, while the Servant of Wrath was still a hero, she herself decided to try to trust a villain in hopes for friendship. That villain, the Hermit of the Azure Forest, used the servant to get closer, until she decided to let him go to the land she protected. The Hermit, with that chance, attacked without mercy, now staying just as a memory for the servant to remember her failure. This team villain mostly is a breach with multiple other abnormalities that try to make you take care of things in a certain order or just penalize you. It's a very interesting fight, as we'll see in a minute. We are, of course, going to be using the Gauntlet, and I'll refresh us on those rules in a minute. Our other starting villain is Ethan Rain, coming back from, like last year, or possibly the year before, because nobody makes team villains? But it's cool to see him again. Fighting this Gauntlet are First Response Cricket, a new variant for Rye that I made called Cosmic Redemption, a new variant for Bowman that I made, yes, I made another Bowman variant called Astonishing Bowman, and Comrade coming back because it's Heroic Proletariat Week. We're playing in Diamond Manor. So, Gauntlet. We have, of course, 2 villains at a time. Since H is 4, the villain character with the lowest HP at the start of the villain turn gets an additional card play, and then if one play area does not have a villain, the other deck plays an additional card. If they're incapacitated, we'll put them up over here somewhere, and you only have one incapacitated thing to work off of at a time, and then at the start of the villain turn, if any player area is empty, we set up the next villain that was put aside if there is one. So, Hermit of the Azure Forest starts with a Hermit Staff. Reduce the first damage dealt to it each turn by 2, and at the end of his turn he deals the hero with the highest HP 1 psychic damage. We redirect the next damage that hero deals to Hermit of the Azure Forest. So with the first turn damage reduction, that becomes difficult to deal with. Hermit Staff is an abnormality. It says whenever Hermit of the Azure Forest or a non-hero abnormality card other than Hermit Staff would be dealt damage, redirect this card. When this card is destroyed, Hermit of the Azure Forest deals the hero with the highest HP 1 irreducible psychic damage. Ethan Rain gets 2 copies of the Mark of Aegon. One is next to him, one is under him. End of his turn, 2 players each discard a random card, then draw a card. Whenever Aegon is destroyed, randomly select a character with the Mark of Aegon next to them. Shuffle Aegon into the top 7 cards of their deck. If Aegon would enter a player's hand or any deck's trash put into play instead, the Mark of Aegon is indestructible. So that says the end of this character's turn, discard the top card of the deck associated with the character card next to this card. If this character is a hero, when this hero's deck would be searched, first discard the top 7 cards of this hero's deck. When a character next to this card is incapacitated, if no active character has a copy of this card next to them, move this card next to the hero character with the highest HP. That's going to be really easy to remember, I'm sure. Alright, here we go. Ethan gets an extra card play this round. The Hermit plays Breach. At the end of the environment turn, shuffle Hermit of the Azure Forest trash into its deck, and reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until 2 abnormalities are revealed. Put them into play, shuffle the other revealed cards into its deck, and destroy this card. This card is destroyed, Hermit of the Azure Forest regains 10 HP. Oh, that's a lot of HP. I'm going to actually put that in the environment play area so I don't forget about it. End of his turn, he hits Bowman. Bowman's the highest. That's really weird. And nothing else happens. Ethan Rain's first play is inscribe the marks. Search Ethan Rain's villain deck for Aegon, put him into play, shuffle Ethan Rain's trash into his deck. Well, go figure. He was the next card anyway, so... The Mark of Aegon is next to Ethan Rain's character card. Put it beneath his character card and he deals himself 1 toxic damage. Okay, cool. Ethan Rain deals the hero with the highest HP 2 infernal damage. That is still Bowman. Put a card from beneath Ethan Rain's villain character card next to that hero character card. Aha. And then he gets to play a second card. Come as you aren't. This card in his play, replace each hero character card with a random hero character card from the box until this card leaves play. Oh, bitch. Heroes can have higher HP than their maximum HP. Players can only use power-ups printed on the character card. Start of his turn, destroy this card. So, let's take this stack and just shuffle it and pull out the first variant for each hero. Bowman goes back to being Bowman. Cricket goes to Renegade. Writhe goes to Cosmic Inventor. Well, that's an upgrade. And Comrade doesn't have any variants. That's right. Okay, yeah, that could have been way worse. Cool! 2 players each discard a random card, then draw a card. Let's have one be Bowman, and I guess one can be Comrade, because I don't know his deck very well. Oh, and then draw a card, yes. Alright, Giles is not in play, so at the end of Ethan Rain's turn, this card deals each target next to the Mark of Aegon 3 melee damage. Well, sucks to be him. And that is, of course, indestructible. Alright, let's start with an Infrasonic Collapse. I think I care more about the Breach. Let's get rid of that. I destroyed an environment card, so she deals each non-hero target 1 sonic damage. The Hermit soaks it. And she will orchestrate her own deck. Ooh, Voice Mimicry. Let's discard a Voice Mimicry and put that into play, and play the top card of Writhe's deck. Lies of the Shadows. Well, that's ongoing destruction fodder. Draw a card. Oh, you're right, that's an ongoing card. Shit. So she instead deals a target 2 sonic damage. I'm going to hit Aegon with that. That's what I get for putting it in the environment play here, yeah. Okay, Writhe Darkly Dreaming. Hermit soaks it, but he hits everybody else. And then draw 2 cards, and we're going to make Bowman immune to damage since he's getting wrecked by Aegon. Draw another card. Practice makes perfect. Draw 3, discard a card to play a card. I'm going to playpen the target, and then we'll use his base power. So the first damage, we're going to redirect from Comrade to the Hermit, and then he'll hit Ethan and Aegon for 1, draw a card, and at the end of his turn, discard the top card of his deck. Alright, I'm going to be getting a duplicate. I'm going to play the People's Army at the end of your turn. Each duplicate may deal 2 melee damage to a target in its play area. Then each player with a duplicate in their play area may draw a card. Very cool. We are going to split with his power. There are no duplicates in play, so search my deck for duplicate, put into play, shuffle your deck. That's cool. Play this card into a play area of your choice. So, do I want card draws or damage? I think right now I want damage, so we'll put that in Ethan Rain's play area. First time each turn, when the Comrade character card will be dealt damage by a non-hero target, you may redirect that damage to this card. Start of your turn, Comrade character card deals itself 1 irreducible psychic damage. Draw a card, and then we will have that hit Aegon for 2. Alright, actually the environment now. Belov's Clock. Oh boy, I love Belov's Clock. This card is not in the environment play area. Destroy it, so we have to wait till it gets moved. Alright, start of the villain turn. Ethan gets to play another card. The Hermit plays another Hermit Staff. End of turn, he hits Cricket. For 1, we redirect her next damage. Okay, start of Ethan Rain's turn. Destroy that card so we can use powers on non-character cards. First card, he plays Uncle Enyos. First time each turn, a player discards a card. The player's hero deals himself 1 psychic damage. Oh, okay. If Angel's in play, he's not. Increase damage dealt to Angel by 1. Second card play, come as you aren't again. Okay, here we go. Bowman goes back to being astonishing. Cricket goes back to being first response, and Writhe becomes normal. Which, just in case we don't get to play him, Cosmic Redemption Writhe's power is Lurk in Shadow. Reveal the top card of a deck, put it on the top or bottom of its deck. If the Shadow Cloak is not in play, you may draw a card. Okay, end of his turn. 2 players discard a random card, then draw a card, and they hit themselves for 1 psychic damage. So we're going to have that be not Bowman. Let's do, I guess, Comrade and Cricket. She hits herself for 1. Oh, no, she doesn't. She hits the Hermit for nothing. Then Aegon goes to hit Bowman and can't. Okay, that's it for that. Let's go ahead and do Infrasonic Collapse again. Get rid of that card so we can use our powers, damn it. She deals a target 2 sonic damage. Let's hit Ethan with that. And then Sonar Burst. Okay, the first one gets redirected to the Hermit, so we'll hit Ethan Rain. Second one takes out Aegon, so we will randomly select Bowman, shuffle Aegon into the top 7 cards of his deck. So that was her thing, draw a card. Alright, Writhe will play Umbral Siphon and get himself a Shadow Cloak. Honestly, the best thing I could have hoped for. Draw a card. Bowman is no longer soaking damage. Practice makes perfect. Did not draw Aegon. Good. He will discard a card. He hits himself for 1. Play Quick Draw Quiver. So his power is Patient Preparation. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's not an arrow, you may put it into play. Otherwise, put it in your hand. This is tricky. I actually want to use Pin the Target. I could just not discard arrows, but on the other hand, I almost have nothing but arrows. Discard a card and draw a card. Oh, there's Aegon. And I will discard another arrow, draw Aegon. He goes into play. He goes into play instead, so I still get to draw the card. And that's 3 hits on Uncle Enyos. Goodbye. We don't want you. Draw a card. And then discard the top card of his deck. Start a turn, Comrade hits himself for 1. Collective Struggle. Whenever a duplicate leaves play, each Comrade regains a hit point. There is a duplicate in play, so I draw a card and draw a card. End of turn, this Comrade will hit Ethan for 2. Because killing Aegon is not super useful. So Diamond Manor plays Karanchu. He discovers a relic. Fewest cards in play is Cricket. Oh, it's the Bloodless Reliquary. Ooh. So increase damage dealt by targets this player by 1. That's good. Start this player's turn. Each target in this player regains a hit point. End of this player's turn. Destroy a target in this player with 3 or fewer HP. Then move this card to the player with the target lowest HP. Cool. End of turn. Can discard H cards to move an environment relic from one play area to another. Who would I want to have an extra turn? I feel like Comrade would benefit from that. 1. Oh, yeah. 2. Draw a card. 3. Draw a card. 4. We will put the clock in Comrade's thing. Alright, Ethan gets to play another card this round. Hermit of the Azure Forest plays another Breach. That's an ongoing card. Let's remember that. He hits Cricket, of course, and that's his turn. I need to work on those staffs, because those are in my way. First play from Ethan Rain, inscribe the mark. Uh-oh. Shuffle this trash into his deck. He hits the highest for 2, that's still Cricket, so we put a card from beneath him next to her. Cool. End of turn. Who is discarding? Bowman and Writhe. Damn, I'm discarding good cards. At least nobody's taking damage from that. And then hits each target. Okay, so he hits Bowman and Cricket for 3. Right, we're going to Infrasonic Collapse and destroy Breach. She'll deal a target 3 sonic damage. Let's get rid of a Hermit Staff. Oh wait, except I can't do that because it gets redirected. Except, wait, hang on. It gets redirected to the Hermit, and he would still be dealt damage, so then it gets redirected to the staff and I take it out. Okay, crazy. Power, 2 targets, 2 sonic damage each. Let's hit Ethan and let's hit the Hermit. Draw a card. There are no targets with 3 HP, so this will move next to the Hermit. That's not good. Okay, he's got powers to use. Okay, that's good. Let's play Unnerving Target, and then power. Hit Ethan Rain for 4. He can't heal. Draw a card. Oh, right. Discard the top card of Cricket's deck. Don't forget that. Let's play Speed Shooting. Now I wish I had a Zipline Arrow. I'm going to use his base power. It's an arrow. It goes in hand. Draw a card. Alright, start of Comrade's turn. He hits himself for 1. I will play Cold War. First time each turn a duplicate is dealt damage, it may deal the source of that damage, 2 cold damage. Power is draw 3 cards, discard 2. But instead I'm going to use the power and Collective Struggle to put a duplicate from my hand into play. We will play that on Hermit's play area. Draw a card. Each duplicate may deal 2 melee damage. So this one's going to hit the staff, and this one's going to hit Ethan. At this point he'll be a faster kill than Egon. Alright, and then, end of this player's turn, destroy this card, and we reset to the start of Conrad's turn. He hits himself for 2. Comrade will play Might of the Many, search my deck and trash for duplicate and a formation card. So, I will get Enemy of the People, any of them into play. Okay, shuffle deck. So, this Comrade is going to go next to Cricket. When this card enters play, you may play a card. I'll play Camaraderie. I will return a duplicate from play to my hand. I'm going to play it, so I'll just leave it there, which means all of them heal 1, which is just him. Either draw 2 cards or play a duplicate. I will draw 2 cards, and then play the duplicate with the play a card off of that. If there are any duplicates in the villain play area, reduce damage dealt by villain targets by 1. That's cool. Start of my turn, destroy this card. That was his play phase. I have a power still. Let's draw 3 and discard 2. Draw a card, end of turn. This Comrade will hit the staff for 2. The second Comrade will hit Ethan for 2. And then each player with a duplicate in their play area may draw a... How cool. Alright, now it is actually the environment's turn. Prison of the Inner Eye. Ugh, we don't want to... Oh, wait, actually, yes. We want to move the Bloodless Reliquary. So, how many cards can I discard? 1, 2, draw a card. 3, 4. Move the Bloodless Reliquary to Bowman. He likes having extra damage. Start of this player's turn. Each target this player deals itself 2 reducible psychic damage. End of this player's turn. If there are no targets in this player with 5 or fewer HP, move this card to the play area other than this one containing the target at the lowest HP, which is Hermit of the Azure Forest. Cool. So, Hermit of the Azure Forest, start of this player's turn, each target in this play area deals itself 2 useful psychic damage. So the staff takes itself out, and the Hermit hits himself for 2. Ethan gets to play an extra card. The Hermit plays Closed-Minded Rage. Play this next to a hero without a copy of this card. Redirect all non-psychic damage that hero deals to Hermit of the Azure Forest and reduce it by 1. We'll put that on Comrade. He's not dealing a lot of damage at all, actually. He has people to do that for him. End of turn. He deals 0 psychic damage, but the highest is still Cricket, so we redirect her next damage. And then there are no targets in this play area with 5 or fewer HP, including that Comrade, so we will move it to the play area of Ethan, actually, because he's at 4. He's the lowest HP target. So, start of his turn, he hits himself for 2, that Comrade hits itself for 2, Egon hits himself for 2. And he plays Uncle Anos. Oh, that's right, because his trash got shuffled. What a jerk. And then he plays Childish Spree. Whenever a player would play a card from their hand, instead they play the top card of their deck. Start of Ethan Rain's turn, destroy this card. Well, that's fun. That's actually a really fun card. End of turn, 2 people have to discard a card and draw a card and hit themselves for 1. I'll have that be Writhe. Good, he discarded the card I wanted him to discard. He hits himself for, oh, discard a card, so he hits himself for nothing. Draw a card. I guess Bowman, who discards the card I didn't want, hits himself for 2, unfortunately, and draws a card. Aegon hits Bowman and Cricket, and that's it. Okay, alright. Cricket plays the top card of her deck. Grasshopper Kick. Actually cool. Sonar Burst. We will redirect the damage that she deals to this Comrade, to the Hermit of the Azure Forest, and she will hit Hermit of the Azure Forest for 1. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? Oh, Prison of the Inner Eye stays where it is. And then Power 2, because it lets me use a power. Grasshopper Kick, she takes out Ethan Rain. So when he's incapacitated, remove his deck and trash from the game. Cards in this play area still act on Ethan Rain's turn. Oh shit. I think this means that when he's covered up, this stops happening. When Egon's destroyed, We put him into somebody's deck, top 7 cards. So yeah, Aegon basically lingers. The villain card other than Aegon will leave this play area, remove it from the game. So we remove his deck and trash from the game. He goes over there. Oh, also Aegon's damage should have been reduced by 1, I forgot. The Mark of Aegon is still indestructible. Yeah, so basically Aegon's here for the rest of the game until this card is no longer in play, which will happen after I destroy the next villain. So yeah, so his cards are actually still here, which right now is Aegon and the Childish Spree. Cool band name. Oh, and Uncle Enyo, so we need to get rid of him. She's immune to environment damage. Let's start it for turn. Draw a card. So I think when this gets covered up, we're basically just going to say, okay, these villain cards still act on his turn, but the marks are no longer indestructible, and if any of them leave the game, they're just gone. Alright, speaking of, Ride plays the top card of his deck. Fight and Fade. Cool, let's hit Uncle Enyos for 3. I can play a card off of that. It's whenever. Sure, let's play the top card of his deck again. Penultimate Penumbra. Kill Uncle Enyos and remove him from the game. Power. Hit Aegon for 4, draw a card. Alright, Bowman heals 1. Cricket should have done that too. And he plays top card of his deck. Zipline Arrow. Hey, let's get rid of the Reliquary, because it is more problem than it's worth. Reveal the top card of the environment deck. That will deal us a bunch of damage. Let us get rid of stuff. Now let's discard that. Power. I'm going to use his base power. Oh, it's Peerless Shot. That goes into play. Draw a card. Whoops. Discard the top card of his deck, which, yeah, discard the top card of Cricket's deck, too. Alright, start of his turn, any of the people goes away, unfortunately. And then we play the top card of his deck. Helping Hand, put a duplicate from your hand or trash into play. I don't think I have any. Nope. A hero with a duplicate in their play area may use a power now. How about Cricket? She will do no damage to the Hermit and 1 damage to Aegon, and then use Grasshopper Kick again and take out Aegon, which means we need to flip a coin. Heads, it's Cricket. It's tails. Alright, Aegon is in Bowman's deck. Power. I guess I will draw 3 and discard 2 again. Draw a card. That comrade is not doing anything. This one is hitting the Hermit for nothing, and then Cricket draws a card. She's super immune to environment damage now, which is not useful in this environment, I think. Okay, Diamond Manor. Plays Relic Room. Discard his play, move an environment relic to the villain play area. I'm going to say, since this one's already in a villain play area, we'll move it to the active villain play area. End of the environment turn, we can move that out. I don't wanna. So instead we get a relic, put it in play, shuffle the other revealed cards in the deck. One hero may deal themselves 3 psychic damage. If they take damage this way, move a relic from the environment play area to their play area. So, ooh, it's the Edifice of Respite. Who would want this? When a card in this play area would be destroyed, prevent that destruction, add a token to this card. I don't think that actually benefits anybody. Let's just leave it there. This card has 2 or more tokens, destroy this card. It does not. Alright, start of turn. Fright Train comes into play. How frightful. He has 35 HP, so the Hermit gets to play extra cards now. Start of the Hermit's turn, he hits himself for 2 psychic damage. And this comrade is still in his play area. First play, repeated failure. Hermit of the Azure Forest deals the hero with the highest HP 2 melee damage. The hero target dealt damage this way deals himself 1 reduced with psychic damage. That is Cricket. Play number 2, Reddened Buddy. Whenever Blue Smocked Shepherd would be dealt damage, redirected to this card. At the end of the Hermit of the Azure Forest turn, this card deals itself and the hero target with the highest HP 2 psychic damage. End of his turn, he hits anyone but Bowman. Let's have him hit Comrade, because then Comrade can return the favor. Prison of the Inner Eye goes to Fright Train's, yes, because this Comrade is the lowest HP. Nothing happens there. Start of Fright Train's turn, destroy that card, remove it from the game. And he plays Crushing Blow and hits the highest for 4. That's going to be Rive, who discards and avoids it. End of turn, he hits the highest for 4, which is going to be Rive. And then Fright Train hits himself for 2, 3, 4. Alright, now I forgot to have the Reddened Buddy hit Cricket. Oh yeah, start of turn, he should have hit himself for 3, as does this comrade. There is a target with 5 or fewer HP, so it stays there. That's a real good question, I don't actually know. And that's his turn. Okay, cool. Cricket is no longer immune to environment damage. Let's return Pulse. She's not redirecting her damage. That's right, his comrade this time. We will hit Reddened Buddy, we will hit Fright Train for 2, we will hit Hermit for nothing. She draws 2 cards. Power 1, Sonar Burst. Hit the Hermit for 1 and Fright Train for 1. Power 2, Grasshopper Kick. Hit Fright Train for 2. She's immune to environment damage. Draw a card. Unquiet Night. Let's get rid of the Relic Room. Oh wait, except I can't. Because the Edifice of Respite will prevent that. Interesting. Okay, it's Penultimate Penumbra. Hit Fright Train for 3, 4, 5. Power. Hit Fright Train for 4. Draw a card. I think Explosive Arrow would kill that comrade. Let's do that. Actually, do I want to do that with his power? I could do it either. Okay, Explosive Arrow. We will hit Fright Train for 2, and then he needs to target in his play area for 2 fire damage. So that's him and the other comrade, which is fine because it was down to 2 HP, and now comrade will hit himself for less damage. Power, Speed Shooting. Let's do a Bola Arrow. Hit Fright Train for 1, prevent his next damage. Reveal the top card of Bowman's deck. Oh look, there's Aegon. I put it into play. Deal a target 1 projectile and 1 toxic damage. Let's hit the Hermit with that. Damage dealt to him is irreducible till the start of Bowman's next turn. Aegon goes back into play. Draw a card. Start of his turn, Comrade hits the Hermit for 1, and then he hits himself for 1. I'm going to play Comrades in Arms. This card in its play may play a card. Increase damage dealt by non-duplicate hero targets with a duplicate in their play area by 1. Start of your turn, destroy this card. I will play off of that Camaraderie. Actually, no. I'm going to play Might of the Many. We'll get the duplicate out of the trash, and then search the deck for... Or actually, no. Search the trash for Enemy of the People. Put that in my hand. Although I could put it into play. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Reduce Hermit of the Azure Forest's damage by 1, and I can play a card off of that. Let's play the People's Hammer. Of course, that's not going to help. I need to put this comrade on Bowman. That's right, I could have played that guy from my trash. I should have searched my deck. Oh well. Draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards, and draw a card. And this comrade hits the Hermit for 2. And then Bowman draws a card, and Cricket draws a... Boy, the amount of card draw he can hand out. I think I've definitely been forgetting about Cold War. Also, you should have healed one, because one of those guys left. Play. Cool. Now start of turn effects. Diamond Manor plays Frictionless Coffer. When a villain target's destroyed, if there are no cards under this card, put that card under this card. Start of this play area's turn. If this card is in a hero play area, put the card under this on the bottom of its deck. If this card is in the villain play area, put the card in this card in play. So we might want to grab that. Yeah, we certainly have the cards to discard for it. Shit. 1, draw a card. 2, 3, 4. We will put Frictionless Coffer in Bowman's play area. Why not? Relic Room does its thing. It's the Diamond Book of Monsters. Right. Somebody deal yourself 3 psychic damage, so you can have that. Reduce damage dealt by hero targets by 1. Okay, it can be anybody. We'll have it be Bowman. Well, actually, no. He's got a +1. Comrade's taking tons of damage. He's got... I guess it's going to be Cricket. So, Relic Room lets Cricket move that into her play area. All hero targets have a +1, and that does nothing. Okay, Fright Train gets to play an extra card. That's terrifying. Hermit of the Azure Forest plays Beozi, or possibly Beotzi? Employee Nemesis. At the end of Hermit of the Azure Forest turn, this card deals the villain target with the highest HP 1 projectile damage, and the hero with the highest HP 3 psychic damage. If Servant of Wrath is active in this game, increase damage to hero targets deal to hero targets by 1. Very glad she's not in this game, because that would be bad for Comrade. End of turn. Hermit of the Azure Forest deals no damage to Comrade. We redirect his next damage. Red and Buddy hits itself for 1, and Comrade for 1. Actually, I can redirect that damage to one of the other comrades. And then Beozi hits Red and Buddy, actually, and then she hits Bowman. Or actually, no, then she hits Comrade. We'll redirect that damage. That's very useful. I need to remember that's a thing. Okay, Fright Train gets to play an extra card. Start of his turn, Prison of the Inner Eye. Ah, damn, it's prevented. Aegon hits himself, though. That's kind of funny. Fright Train plays Plow Through. He deals the 2 non-villain targets with the lowest HP, 2 melee damage each. That's probably 2 comrades. Yeah, so he kills that comrade, which means the others heal 1, and then he hits one of the others for 3. Play number 2, Mangrove. And if turning it's the highest for 4, that's Comrade. Oof. I will redirect that to another Comrade. There are no targets in this play area with 5 or fewer HP, so it goes over to Cricket. Ugh, that's not good. That needs to go. Oh no, actually, I'm sorry, it goes to Bowman. Did I kill a villain target? I did not. Aegon hits Bowman and Cricket for 3, and then Mangrove hits each hero target for 1 melee damage. That comrade will take an extra 1 for his boss. Writhe soaks it. That's it. Oh, and hey, a comrade was dealt damage. It can hit the source of that damage for 2. That actually would be Fright Train. He did the first hit. Alright, awesome. Yeah, jeez, there's so much crap going on right now. Alright, hero targets. Actually hit him for 4. Shit. I'll play Telescoping Staff. Power. Sonar Burst. Let's hit Hermit for 3. No, yeah, 3. Let's hit Aegon for 3. Then I can use a power, Telescoping Staff. She'll do 3 melee damage to Aegon. Let's flip another coin. Tails again. He's only got 8 cards left in his deck. And no, he doesn't go under the coffer because... Oh no, actually that says when he is destroyed. So he does go under the coffer. That's... Oh boy, what a weird interaction. Okay, what am I doing? That was off of Telescoping Staff. I can play a card. Let's chirp. I will discard 3 cards and deal up to 4 targets. 4, 5, 6 sonic damage. Rex Fright Train. Alright, so now Aegon is no longer doing his thing. The marks are no longer indestructible. That's the important part. Let's hit Red and Buddy. Let's hit Baozi. Mangrove is just gone. Bye, Fright Train. It was nice knowing ya. Draw a card. Okay, Unquiet Night. We need to get rid of Prison of the Inner Eye. I'm going to draw a card off of that. Power. Let's hit Red and Buddy for 4. Draw a card. Okay, start of Bowman's turn. Damage dealt to the Hermit of the Forest is no longer irreducible. Put the card under this on the bottom of its deck. Okay, question. There's no deck. What happens when the next deck comes into play? This is absolutely insane. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that there, and when Baron Blade comes into play, it'll get shuffled into his deck. How about that? That seems fair to me. Shrieker Arrow. Kill Red and Buddy. We will destroy a Mark of Aegon, which just goes into the trash. Power, because I don't want to end the game early. Let's draw 2 cards and discard a card. Discard an arrow, draw a card, draw another card. Okay. Alright, start of his turn. Comrade hits himself twice. The first one gets redirected to the Hermit, who still soaks it. The second one is a 2 because of the Diamond Book of Monsters. Comrades in Arms goes away, Enemy of the People goes away. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's play Camaraderie. We will move this duplicate back to hand, which means the other 2 comrades heal. I will play Popular Uprising. Put all duplicates from your trash into play. There's 2 of them. Put 1 on the Hermit, 1 on Bowman. Oh, I actually should have played the duplicate from hand first. This one can go on Writhe. He needs cards. Jeez. I just did that in the wrong order is all. We're still redirecting damage he deals to the Hermit. I'll just draw 3 and discard 2. Draw a card. That tries to hit the Hermit. Well, actually, I guess it can. And we will not have it deal damage, and then everybody but Comrade draw a card. Alright, Diamond Manor. Adding layout. When this card enters play, reveal cards in the environment deck until a room and a relic are revealed. Shuffle the other revealed cards into the deck, put the room into play and the relic into play in the villain play area, and in the environment turn destroy this card. Cool. Get the reagent room, and there are no relics left. This card enters play, each target gains 2 HP. I actually really need that. Yeah, you can heal 2, that's fine. Alright, we're good with where the relics are, I think. You know, we could stand to have that. 1, 2, 3, draw 2 cards. 4, we're going to move Edifice of Respite to Cricket's play area. Adding layout destroys itself. Relic Room shuffles the environment deck. Player discards up to 3 cards. Each time they do, a target regains 2 HP. 1, heal Cricket. 2, heal Cricket. 3, heal the Comrade. Draw 3 cards. I didn't want to use Scavenge the Field anyway. Okay, start a turn. Baron Blade goes into play. We pull out his deck, we throw it on top of that card that doesn't belong there, we put the top card of it into play because it's genetically fused physique, and shuffle the villain deck. Hermit gets to play an extra card. Nobody is Abnormality. When this card enters play, if there are any other non-character villain targets, this card gains the text, keywords, and max HP of the non-character villain target with the highest HP. Well, thank goodness there aren't. Oh wait, that's not true because he also gets a device. Shit. Oh, now we have 2 Oni Blades. Otherwise destroying ongoing equipment and environment card, and then this card. Well... Okay. End of his turn. He will hit Comrade. We'll redirect that to a Comrade. We redirect his next damage. This happens at the end of Baron Blade's turn, but it is in the Hermit's play area. Oh, also the hero target with the highest HP deals himself 2 toxic damage. That is Comrade, who hits himself for 3, unfortunately. So, in fact, he's not redirecting his damage. Writhe is. Okay. Baron Blade. Did I play his second card? Oh, I didn't play his second card. Shit. Blue Smocked Shepherd, there we go. When this card is played, search the villain deck and trash for Red and Buddy, put him into play, shuffle Hermit of the Azure Forest deck. He was right there on top of the trash. At the end of Hermit of the Azure Forest turn, this card deals Red and Buddy 2 psychic damage, and Red and Buddy deals the hero with the highest HP 3 melee damage. So, hits him for 2, that hits Void Guard Writhe. I'll block that damage. And then Red and Buddy hits itself, hits Writhe for 1, and hits itself for 2 because of unnerving target. Now Baron Blade gets to play a card. Impulsion Beam, everybody's favorite fucking card. End of his turn, he hits the hero target with the lowest HP for 2 melee damage, that is this Comrade. And he hits itself for 1, and he heals 2. This hits the highest for 2. That will be Writhe. It hits itself for 2. The Mirror hits Comrade for 2. We'll redirect that to a Comrade. Okay, we cannot use more than 1 card or power per turn. Before the Thunder, reveal the top card of a deck and replace it. That's fine. If she can only use 1 power, let's have it be Grasshopper Kick. Hit that device for 3. Draw a card. I can't think of a reason not to do Darkly Dreaming. Okay, the first one's going to be directed at the Blue Smocked Shepherd, and instead of being redirected to the Red and Buddy, we will redirect it to the Hermit of the Azure Forest, who takes 1. Actually, 2. And then he hits everybody else for 4. Baron Blade takes 3. Sorry, Karanchu. Power, I am killing the Impulsion Beam. Draw a card. Oh, Impulsion Beam goes under that card. Start a Bowman's turn, put it on the bottom of its deck. What weirdness can he get up to? Let's play Knocked and Loaded. Speed Shooting, Electro Arrow. We will hit the mirror for 2. It hits itself for 2, and then because it is a device, it hits itself for 2. That was Speed Shooting, so reveal the top card of his deck. It's an Acid Arrow. Let's throw that at Baron Blade, actually. Now damage dealt to him is irreducible. Draw a card. End of turn, I can discard a card. Yeah, let's discard a card. Do 2 damage to this Omnitron. Draw a card. Alright, start of turn. Comrade is unfortunately dealing himself extra damage. So that's 6. Gross. I'm going to play Temporary Twin. When a hero one-shot would enter a trash, you may destroy this card. If you do, put the one-shot into play instead. Start of your turn, destroy this card. Let's play some fun one-shots, people. Power, the People's Hammer. 3 damage, both of the Omnitrons. And one was reduced to 2 HP, so it is destroyed, which means it goes under there. Draw a card. Alright, end of turn. This Comrade will hit Red and Buddy for 3, actually. Then everybody else draw a card. I need the ability to move those guys around. Alright, Diamond Manor plays Maddening Layout. Are there any rooms left? Yes, Mystic Library. This card in its play, reveal the top card of each non-environment deck in turn order. Oh god. Can you reveal ongoings into play, discard the other revealed cards? Okay, let's just start with that. There are only 2. Alright, so Hermit of the Azure Forest is an ongoing deformation. First time each turn a non-villain target is destroyed, search Hermit of the Azure Forest deck and trash for a copy of Hermit's Staff and put it into play. And if the deck was searched this way, shuffle it. Baron Blade gets a one-shot, thank goodness. Cricket has an ongoing. It's Vantage Point. Not useful. 1 shot for Writhe. 1 shot for Bowman. Another Temporary Twin for Comrade, but it's limited and already in play. That's very sad. I should have actually destroyed that for Lurking Shadows. Oh well. Alright, end of turn. Are there any relics we need to... Oh yeah, I should have buried this Hermit card. Are there any relics we need to deal with? No, we're okay. Relic Room shuffles the environment deck. Somebody can discard cards to heal people. Yes, please. 1, heal Comrade. 2, heal Comrade. 3, heal Comrade. And the environment turn, destroy that card. And the environment turn, reveal cards from the deck of the play area with the fewest cards in play till an ongoing room is revealed. Put it into play, shuffle the other revealed cards in their deck. Okay, hang on a minute. That's 4, 5, 6 environment cards. He's got play area with the fewest cards in play. No, it's actually 4. I think that might be it. Hermit has 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Baron Blade has 2. It's him. So he gets an ongoing or room. Well, it's an ongoing. And it's obsessive planning, because I knew it was going to be. Oh, hey, Aegon's on top of his deck. We need to get rid of that other mark. Alright, it's the Hermit's turn. He gets to play an extra card this turn. Hermit of the Azure Forest deals the hero with the highest HP 2 melee damage. That is Comrade. He deals himself 1 irreducible psychic damage. That is 2, unfortunately. Second card play. It's the same card. This time he hits Writhe. Let's discard a one-shot. Destroy Temporary Twin. Put it into play. With increased damage dealt by Writhe to Baron Blade. He draws a card. And then we'll use Umbral Siphon and hit him for, God, 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4. 8 damage, and he can't heal now. Yes. Okay. End of turn. The Hermit hits anyone but Comrade. Let's have him hit Writhe. That's fine. Red and Buddy hits himself and Writhe, and then hits himself. And that's it. Baron Blade. Start of his turn. Destroy 2 hero ongoing and or equipment cards. So, get rid of Lies of the Shadows because I don't need it. And what do I have duplicates of? How about Pin the Target? 2 cards were destroyed, so destroy that card. He plays Aegon. End of turn, he hits this Comrade for 2, hits himself for 2, doesn't heal 2. Omniblade hits the highest for 2, which is Bowman. Aegon hits Cricket. And that's it. Let's play Sonic Amplifier. Power 1, Sonar Burst. We will hit Baron Blade for 2, and Aegon. I should hit Aegon. So that's 2 cards under the amplifier. Power 2, Vantage Point. Each player may put a card other than Vantage Point from their trash into their hand, destroy this card. And for Sonic Collapse would be good. You would like Darkly Dreaming, probably. I will take that Zipline Arrow, and definitely the Temporary Twin. Destroy that card, except we put a token on Edifice of Respite. Draw a card. Okay, the +1 damage to Baron Blade wears off. Actually, was that 10 damage? 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5. Oh yeah, it actually should have been 10 damage. Whoops. There's too many things in play. Unquiet Night. Let's get rid of Deformation because I don't want to have to deal with that. And then Darkly Dreaming. He's hitting everything for 4. So that 2 of that gets through the Hermit. Takes out Omniblade, which goes under the coffer. take out Red and Buddy first, and then hit the Blue Shepherd. Sorry, Karanchu. I will not destroy the Shadow Cloak. Power, let's hit Baron Blade for 6. That's a reasonable amount of damage. Draw a card. Okay, we are going to pin the target back out. Yeah. Power, speed shooting, explosive arrow, hit Baron Blade for 2. Drop Egon, who goes into his trash. Drop Baron Blade, so the trash and deck get removed from the game. Also, I forgot to have the highest themselves for 3, which should be 4. We'll just say he discarded a card. So now we're down to just the Hermit, which means it is time to end this game. Do I have any more arrows? Yes, I do. Bola arrow for my second arrow, and he takes out the Hermit of the Azure Forest, and we win. When he's incapped, it says at the start of Hermit of the Azure Forest turn, the hero with the highest HP deals themselves 2 psychic damage. That was literally, other than Ethan Rain, that was the only incap ability they had. Oh my god, that was cool. Diamond Manor, it's a fun environment, but I need to use it less often because, oh my god, does it make the game complicated. Let's look at the rest of the Hermit's deck. Not that there's much we haven't seen. Red Queen. First time each turn, each hero target deals damage to a target other than the non-hero target with the highest HP. This card deals the source of that damage 1 usable melee damage. Okay. Tangle. This is the one that got discarded. First time each turn a player draws a card, they must discard a card, or this card deals a hero they control 1 melee damage. And Kindly Make Way, the last ongoing. Damage dealt to the hero with the highest HP is irreducible. Increased damage dealt by Hermit of the Azure Forest by 1. Oh, that's gross. And that's it for this one. Good gravy. You can find Hermit of the Azure Forest in Project Moon's Sentinels. You can find Writhe Cosmic Redemption, assuming he exists, on Walker's Workbench, along with the astonishing Bowman. You might be able to find Comrade on Adelphaphage's archives, that's all I can think of, because Johnny Guitar Watson made him. Adelphaphage has a lot of Johnny Guitar Watson. So, as always, thank you for watching. Thanks everybody who came to chat and sat through this very long, very complicated game. That's the first hour-plus video in months. Tabletop Simulator review is called DLC, Project Moon Sentinels, Walker's Workbench, Adelphaphage's archives, not less great games products. Please play the official release, and flip.